Academy with Dr. Hashemi, the series where partial discharge concepts are explained step by step. Today's episode is about the different types of partial discharge. The category of partial discharge is depend on the location of the PD and where the PD occurs, internally or externally. According to the location of the partial discharge that you have, you can say it is an internal partial discharge or it is an external partial discharge. If you have some solid materials or oil in power transformer, sometimes there are cavities, some bubbles, fibers or others, and you have some PD inside the materials. And internal dielectric and insulation materials have some defects, that these defects lead to PD and PD activities. You can consider power cables and high voltage cables. You have HV electrode and you have screen layers, that it is grounded and it is connected to the high voltage electrode. Sometimes tearing partial discharge starts from the high voltage electrodes, and sometimes you have water tearing and the partial discharge starts from the screen layer of the shield of the power cable. These types of partial discharge are internal because they occur in the XLPE or other materials that you used for dielectric behavior in the high voltage cables. Another type of partial discharge is external. You have sharp connections, some needles, and you have grounded or flat levels of the equipment like the transformer, tank, or other grounded layers in the substations. Around the clearance space that you know in high voltage engineering, there are some corona and partial discharge. If the level of that will be high, maybe you can hear corona. If the humidity increases, the level of partial discharge increases. Other type of the partial discharge and external partial discharge will be around the Curie distance. And it means on the surface of the high voltage assets, like the insulators, you have external partial discharge. And if you want to compare the internal and external partial discharge, you can decide these types of partial discharge are more dangerous. They can deteriorate the life of high voltage assets. But both types of PDs should be measured and detected. Today, we discussed different types of partial discharge. Thank you for watching, and we see you in next episode.